Hi and welcome back. Gosh, haven't we been away for a while now?
Oh my, it's been quite a long time.
Has it not?
Very
right?
long time.
Okay, but first, in case anyone's forgotten us, I'm in the studio today with my regular partner in crime, Elina Koshi.
Woohoo!
And our favourite regular guest host, Mustaqim Noordin.
Hello.
And as always, looking dapper and handsome.
dashing.
Thank you.
Dashing. Everything. Okay, let's get on with the show. Are we ready, guys?
Yes, we are. Absolutely.
Okay, our topic today is inspired by something I happened to chance upon on Instagram. It was from BBC News. A post. Is separation marriage key to a healthy relationship? Okay, don't answer yet, guys. Don't answer yet. It seems in Japan, there has been a rise in separation marriages or weekend marriages.
Okay.
Basically, the couple lives separately in their own homes, maintaining their own lifestyle and prioritizing what's important to them. So whether it's their job, social life, hobbies, right down to childcare. So weekend couple is the new urban trend, guys.
Okay, question. When you say living in it, so they're living separately in the same house?
No, they're living separately. They have their own
houses.
house.
Oh, they have separate houses.
Separate houses,
is it?
yeah. So I'm
Oh.
guessing they come together on the weekend. So that's when they become a couple.
But wait, here's
Oh,
a...
like that, is it?
Yeah.
So
here's
do-
a question. Is it a monogamous relationship or can they play
I
the
mean, it's
field?
marriage,
Okay,
right?
it's
It should
marriage.
be.
It's marriage.
Yeah.
I'm speaking about weekend marriage.
So it's a monogamous weekend
It's
marriage.
a monogamous weekend marriage whereby the couple get to have their own space because they have their own house to return to, but on weekends they come together. But they
Nice.
are married to each other. So, yay or nay, guys? Okay, maybe Eleanor can start because she looks like she's about to burst. Go
Okay,
ahead.
if I was still in my 20s,
Okay.
then it would be a solid no for
You're
me.
not in your 20s then.
Damn it.
Okay, all right.
But things evolve as you get older, right? So as you get older, you become a little bit more possessive of your space.
You do?
You know? Yeah. So
Okay, right.
I am not completely, it's not a complete nay for me. I suppose to each their own, but I see the benefits in having separate lives. And coming together, conveniently.
Like
then
once a week.
At least then, by then I've waxed my legs and,
So you need a whole week to wax your legs.
I need
Okay.
to go to the hairdressers and all that. So by the time that person comes, I'll be at my best.
Right.
So will you
And-
be doing that weekly?
No, you see, then the other weeks I can look like a slob. I'm happy with that because I'm so
Right.
used to
Okay, that's interesting.
having my own space with not having somebody there seeing all my bits and bobs.
Okay, before you
hanging
proceed,
around.
let me get Mus's thoughts on this. Mus, so yay or nay?
I'm like confused. I'm like
You're confused?
I'm like
Okay.
on one hand, I want my space.
Uh-huh.
Like I really,
Yeah.
I actually really enjoy my space, right?
Okay.
But on the other hand, I'm like, I do want to be with that person too.
Right.
So that's why I asked. Is it in the same house?
Yes. No, it's not in the same house.
If it's in
No,
the
no,
same
no,
house,
wait.
I'm
You're
completely
not-
fine.
But you're
like,
not separated, what? If you're in the same house.
I mean, like, you can live in separate rooms.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Okay, then it brings me to the question then, right? What is marriage then? I memean, if you're going to be living separately, why can't you just not get married?
But that's the part, isn't it?
But that's
because,
the part because you don't want to be lonely.
yeah.
You
So you want to have your cake and eat it,
yes,
basically.
I definitely want my cake and I definitely want to eat it. So I want both.
Okay, Mus, you have your
But
hand
I
up.
think, right? But that's the thing, right? So how do you define marriage again, right?
Exactly. So what's your definition of marriage?
I think like it's just being with the person. So doesn't mean like you're separated. Doesn't mean you're not together.
No,
Okay.
but
I hear so many I hear a lot of cases where some of my like some cases where the parents are like living in the same house but they're in the different rooms.
Okay, that's different, 'cause
the
you're
first
still
time I
under the
heard
same
that-
you're still
roof.
under the same
You're
roof.
still under the same
But
roof.
But then
again, you need to reinvent the whole idea what marriage is all about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you're saying for better or for worse, in good times or in bad,
till death
it
do us
doesn't
part.
necessarily mean that you have to be
live
up in somebody's face
all the time.
24/7.
Yeah, that's
You
what I
know?
thought too. Yeah.
Okay. Then let me bring in another equation. What about if you have children?
That becomes
What
difficult,
about-
that
though,
one is
you
a
know?
different kettle of fish.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I'm
Yeah.
just saying, if you're married, then you also have to take into account that you may have children. So how do you do that? How can you have the father in one house and the mother in another house? So who gets to look after the children?
I think
and
this
the pets?
works best for couples without kids. I think.
Okay.
Because I think for me, I'm still a bit of a traditionalist when kids are concerned, where they need both the mother and father under the same roof, a family unit,
Right.
right? But if there is no family to begin with, if it's just an individual male and female wanting to bond together and live together, or live separately for that matter, then I think it works. But I don't think it would work. Then it would be like a divorce lah. Like today, the kids spend with the father,
Yeah, like
then after
separated
that,
like that.
Yeah, but
it doesn't work
I think
lah.
if it's a weekend marriage, right, I think it will still work. What?
Why?
In the sense that so the father might come over the weekend and then he'll be working somewhere else, for example, over the week,
Okay.
right? They're still married, right? It's just that the
Yeah.
guy works somewhere else and then over the weekend he'll come back
Oh,
home
that means he
and
becomes-
spend time.
Are we talking about the fact that there's children here, or are we
Yeah,
just?
there's
No,
some
then you
children
wake up
here.
Where do the
Weekend
children
father.
stay?
The
With the
children
mom?
will stay with the mum.
But
I'm giving an
why?
example. I'm giving an example.
Pity
lah.
the mother
It could-
lah.
That's not
It
fair.
could
That's
be.
not fair,
It could
man.
be that the children is living with the father too, lah. And then over the weekend the mother will come because because now working is in such a way that you can work anywhere. Like that's a thing now, right? So
Okay.
there's a chance that. I still think it can work, where the kid is, but the kids need to be stationed somewhere. They need to be fixed at one place. They cannot be moving around too much.
Yeah, but then if you're saying kids need to be fixed in one place, I'm assuming you're going to leave the kids with the mother. The mother.
No. I just
Okay.
gave an example.
No,
Okay, it
but
could be the mother or the father.
Either mother or father,
Yeah.
the other party becomes the weekend parent.
Yeah,
Yeah,
correct.
correct.
So that doesn't necessarily give the kind of stability the
Yeah,
kids need,
I
because
don't think it does.
It looks like a divorce agreement lah.
Yeah, and then it's not really fair because say the child stays with the mother, for example, right? So the father comes home on the weekends and gets to play. And then he goes away. But the burden of raising the children and having the additional, because raising children, going to work, looking after pets, the daily chores, bills, etc., etc.
Daycare.
It's literally, it's like the mother might as well just be a single parent.
I know, right?
Right? And so the father gets away scot-free to get his freedom in the week. And the mother gets all the burden of raising the children. How is that
yeah lah.
fair?
This one
Understand.
don't work,
Yeah.
guys. On parents with kids, okay?
But I mean,
It's a tough one.
I think the logistic can still work, no? Like where you have a nanny, and a maid, for an example, right? And then all the nitty gritty, someone else will be doing it, and then the kids will spend a lot more
Pandainya.
time.
Pandainya, all the nitty-gritty, somebody else does all the
Somebody
shit.
else does
does
it.
it.
Isn't it?
Hey, wait.
No. But what I'm saying, right? No, I mean the logistic option is there. It's not like I'm not saying that the parents should not be spending
no,
time.
he's trying to say that even if the mother is the one who stays with
So
the
somebody
kids,
else does the job.
somebody else does the nitty gritty. Come on lah.
Oh,
Who
no,
can
is it?
afford
Hey,
those
where's-
kind of
where's-
things?
Oh, okay.
Where's the adulting here?
I'm looking at the most positive.
Okay.
Okay, what do you think, Intan? I mean, you might have
What do I
an
think?
opinion about this.
Well, the thing is, first I have to define the word marriage. Okay, what is marriage to me? Marriage is being together till death do us part, together in hard times, in good times, literally being together. I'm okay with, a couple having their space. It's fine, but you don't have to live away from each other. Because if I didn't want the person with me, I would not be married to him. I'd still be a single person. You have your house, I have my house. But I think when you're married, when you have problems, when you have issues, you're not supposed to be somewhere else. You can't be running away from those things just because you have your own space. I'm going to go to my own space, my own cave. Yeah, you can go to your own cave, but you go and find the room downstairs or the master, or the spare room.
Rather than,
But you don't have to leave that roof, which is supposed to house the couple. So for me, I weekend marriage, for me, it sounds a little bit selfish because I feel you are still wanting, to have it your way, have your cake and eat it, and not actually doing some adulting, which is necessary when you move into that phase of your life where you are with another person. It's no longer me, myself, and I. It's together.
I think in this time and age, there's always something. It's a selfish world out there these days.
It's getting more selfish.
So what happens is there's a label for anything and everything.
Yeah.
So now suddenly there is separation marriage. I mean, for me,
When you know,
I like it lah.
but don't
I
you see
like-
how it doesn't make sense? You cannot have the word separation
In
and
a
the word
marriage,
marriage.
yeah.
You
I was about to say that, yeah.
separate or you're
maybe it's,
married.
to
you know,
say
there's
that.
another term for it. I think loving separately.
Loving
Loving.
separately.
What does that mean? What does that mean?
When living together isn't working, so you love separately.
Oh, wait. When
Love.
marriage is not working or living together is not working?
Living together is not working. Maybe you don't like how
If
he
living
smells
no-
in the morning.
Yeah, but don't you have like separate spaces in the house where you can have your own space? Do you have to be away from the house?
I
Maybe
would
he-
agree if I have my own space in the house. Like for me, like that's a must. If I'm ever married to someone, and you know you want me to live with that person, I need my space.
Of course, we
you
all
know, like
do.
yeah. So I mean. That's a tricky thing, isn't it? Now everyone is just trying to find a way
I
No,
think
but it's also
get
called,
everything
right,
in life, isn't it?
living apart together.
Living apart
Yeah,
together.
you know-
It's called
what?
LAT.
Oh, is
Is
that
this
the
a thing?
latest?
Yes, LAT.
living apart together.
It's a thing, is it?
Yeah, it's a thing.
Yeah, but
apparently it's a
when?
thing.
Do you realize that all this thing that this pattern, this trend is coming up because we're living such rapid lifestyle.
Very individualistic
It's very
lifestyle.
individualistic.
Very individualistic,
Where,
yeah.
and where work tends to sort of, take over everything. And then by the time you get home, you're really tired. You can't be bothered to see another human being. All right. And therefore, that's when you declare that, I need my space.
No,
right?
but sometimes,
That's a
I
good
suppose
point.
Don't you think?
I think
Because
so.
because now, I mean, do
That's
we
very
ever slow
true.
down? We don't slow down.
Yeah.
Right?
No, but it works maybe for older people who have been maybe single for too long.
Uh-huh.
So they like their space, the routines that they have. And it's very hard for them to give up those routines and those things and to compromise after so many years of being in that kind of lifestyle, to compromise for somebody. So the best way for them to do it is to still maintain their lifestyle and at the same time have this connection with someone. But I think it's living apart together. It's not
can I say
necessarily
something?
limited to
sure.
weekend.
Yeah.
It's not a weekend thing. It's just as and when you want to see that person. Okay,
You just
no.
meet
Okay,
lah,
but
yeah.
for this
But have their own
for this
space.
topic that we're discussing,
It's a weekend thing.
it's a weekend thing.
Ah,
It's
yeah,
called weekend
thing
marriage.
is a bit so rigid lah.
Yeah.
I like the point when you mentioned we are living in such an individualistic world, right? That we no longer sacrifice.
Ah, yes.
We no
we
longer
don't.
compromise. We want everything, but at the same time, we don't want to let go of anything.